Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Absol episode. So these are the Absol cards that I already owned, and as Absol is by far my favorite Pokemon, I felt like I would go through all of my boxes and pull out all of the Absol cards, and then see if there's anything else I want to add to the collection, and oh boy, we got a fair amount of stuff to open up here today. So, I had the Absol level 31, he's a little beat up, his corners are a little that looks fake. He might be a fake one. I don't think he is, but he could be. We also have two of these. These are from Champion's Path. I actually have a third one, but it's in a binder somewhere. We have this beautiful little Absol here. Don't remember what you're from. And we actually do have a holo. I think this is from... Oh, oops, I don't know the one. We have this boy, which is probably the ugliest Absol art, but I kind of like that. But we do have this holo right here. But that was it. And for him being my favorite Pokemon, I kind of don't like that this is my whole collection for him. We got 6 cards and one that's in a binder because I'm doing like a Pokédex thing. So I wanted to expand on this, and we definitely did. So first off, if you're going to have an Absol collection, you need something to put it in. This is a super, super old binder from Japan that is still sealed. Now, if I remember correctly, this is from the Dragon Frontiers. Well, that's the English version. The Japanese had a different name. I'll put it on screen. I don't remember exactly what it was. But this is still sealed. Only reason I wanted it, because we got Absol right there on the front and right here on the back. So, well, I did pay a decent amount to get this sealed. I'm about to unseal it. I wanted to have it in good condition. But we're going to get it and open it up so we can put our Absols in here. So, Pokemon card game, I really do like that. It's like an entirely different font than what they usually use. It's much more akin to Comic Sans, more so than it usually is. But then, what is this? I'm kind of confused. Can you see? There's like a little flap right here. Oh, that is cool. That is amazing. Why doesn't the Pokemon Company still do that? So, let me show you what I mean by this. It's going to be hard to see because there's a plane going over. There's still a plane going over. There's still a plane going over. Okay, plane is gone. Anyways, you have like a flap right here, right? That is the only way to get into the pocket. So what you do is you go to the back of the card, or the back of the page, you lift up that flap, and the card goes inside, just like this. Then the flap goes down, and the card is sealed in there. The only opening is if you lift up this flap. That is way too cool. Like, do they still do this in Japan and just not in the US? Like, every sleeve is like that, every page. That is absolutely fantastic, man. Oh, I just realized I made a pun there by complete mistake. I said absolutely. I'm mad that I didn't catch myself, making that pun. So yeah, when you put all of these in here, I'm gonna have to take them out and put them in actual sleeves before I put them in here. But like, they might as well already be sleeved. That is the only opening right there. And when the binder is closed, it might as well be considered sealed, because they're gonna have like, the other cards behind them pressing up against them. Like, that is freaking amazing. Why don't they still make binder pages like this? So anyways, we'll get to adding all of our Absols in here later. I need to get them all sleeved and stuff first. But let's go ahead and look at the next thing. So, of course, I did order some Absol cards. We'll look at those here in a second. I did get this thing, so I need a nice background piece. You notice our Magikarp isn't here. This is Remint. This is their Gemstone collection. So, it's a mystery blind box in which you can pull any of these. So there is Pikachu with Pichu. We have Flareon, Milotic, which actually looks pretty awesome. We have the Mischievous. I think it's probably one of the coldest looking ones. I like the Geode. Of course, we have Absol standing on this like black rock as like obsidian. And then we have Celebi in a fountain for some reason. But you might notice there's a little mark right here. Yeah, I didn't buy this hoping I would get an Absol. I bought it knowing I would get an Absol. The seller did put a piece of tape. So this tape right here looks legitimate. It's thinner. It's actually cut off normally. This one right here is put on at an angle. There's a piece of hair right here attached to it, and it's as thick as regular Scotch tape. So that was definitely where the seller opened it to confirm that it is Absol. So, no, I didn't buy this hoping to get it. We know what we're getting, but open this up, and 3 pieces. Thank you, Remint. I like having to build things. I sound like I'm complaining. It's not like they're hard to do. A lot of good figures are done this way. And Remint is actually pretty sick. I'm fairly certain that this is my first ever Remint figure. Or Remint product in general, more than likely. I watch a lot of Max Mofo, and I have seen a lot of the Remint stuff, and I would love to do it. But not only are they expensive, but getting it to the United States, like, you generally have to stick with buying them from eBay, and they get pretty pricey. So this little gemstone thing, that's a really nice, like, silver there on the end. It doesn't really clip in, it just kind of sits in there, but to be fair, it does seem to sit pretty still. And then, of course, we have the Absol himself, which is actually painted very clean. Good job there, Remint. There's a little black dot on the back of it. Okay, it came right off. That's pretty sick. So we just need to pop his foot right there on the rock. And, okay, his back feet go there. There's almost like little indents that are kind of made for it. And bam, look at that, man. That was definitely worth it. There were actually two Absols I was looking at buying, but they were both like a bit over 20 bucks, and so I ended up doing this one just because I thought it looked cooler. The other one is Absol using Perish Song. It's like a special thing Pokemon did where it had Pokemon like doing attacks. It didn't look that fitting for the character in question, so I kind of decided to do this one instead. But bam, now we have a back piece. It's not really quite centered. There we go. There he be. Also, Remint always sends these gum things in these. If you haven't ever seen Remint products before, it's because if they can put it in the candy aisle. There's technically a piece of gum in here. If I could read Japanese, I would know that it says somewhere on this box that it comes with gum. That way, it can go in the candy aisle instead of the toy aisle. That way, little kids, when they're going to go look at candy, they're going to see Pokemon figures and crap instead, and they're going to beg their parents to buy that instead. But apparently the gum it comes with is not really that great. No, actually, that's not bad. It's like apple, but kind of mint. It's weird. Why is there mint? Now, before we get on to the last thing, which I'm excited about, we do have these cards. I'm still chewing the gum, if you can't tell. So I did buy... What? They couldn't put them in the hard sleeve? At least one card? They did it like that? You wouldn't know. You don't get to see these cards yet. Also, I spit out the gum. I grabbed the hard sleeve thinking there was a card in there. I'm dumb. We're going to do a pack. I have some Evolving Skies packs and crap laying around. We're just gonna throw a random pack in here, because you guys come to Pokemon channels to look at Pokemon things. So I figured I would make it interesting. There's a code card. We do 3 to the front, get rid of the energy. And we have the Urasing, Crystal Rescue Carrier, Swablu, Zorora, Kragambadabul. We have Petalil, Bergmite as our reverse. We have Raichu. Okay, that is a rare reverse, so that's not a terrible pull. And on the end, we have a Smeargle. Man, what a great pack to do in the middle of the video. Anyways, here are all of the cards that I purchased. There is one more we'll take a look at after. Not all of them are as fancy as that Absol that you see on... Oh, okay, I'm going to blur that. You guys don't get to see that yet. Because I didn't even know that existed. So, we do have the Absol EX. Now, this was a promo card from X and Y. I don't know exactly what product it came in, but I can't not get some of the beautiful large art Absol cards. Then, we have the Mega Absol EX. This was also a promo card. It might have been from the same set, because this is 6.2, this is 6.3. I have a feeling that these probably came in the same box. I have seen an Absol box, but I'm not paying like $200-300 or however much they're charging for it now. But that is another beautiful card. It has a little bit of... Look at that. It's like a... Part of the card is lifted there on the bottom. I bought these from Troll and Toad, by the way. I checked TCG Player, eBay, Troll and Toad, a bunch of websites, and this ended up being the cheapest place to get the cards, even though some of them I did pay over their market value. The overall cost ended up being pretty good. It was about at market, maybe a bit higher. But Mega Absol EX looks freaking amazing. Then we have, I don't remember all of these sets are. I think this is Holland Phantoms, I believe. We have this beautiful Absol as a rare. Then we have a holo rare Absol. I think all holos are rares, and might just be being redundant there. Which is another beautiful artwork. I'm pretty sure you can get this thing as a non-holo as well. I don't remember if you can or if I bought one. We also have another rare holo Absol. Again, I'm not that good with my sets. That might be Team Up if I had to guess. But another amazing little boy to add to the collection. Of course, I had to do this. We have Absol G, Galactic's Absol. I love like the Phantom Forces cards and stuff like that. But I also love, because you know, they have like the blue and purple outlines most of the time. I also love trainer cards when it's like a card owned by somebody. Like back in the day, like Brock's Ninetales and stuff like that. So this is another one that I had to do. It is just a reverse. It is not a holo. It's also not the strongest reverse. It kind of makes you think of Sword and Shield, where their reverses are kind of lame. Then we have a reverse of that holo Absol we had earlier. Also another rare boy. So I already told you I have 2 of these, well 3, but now we have him as a Sword and Shield reverse, so not the best looking, but still another holo Absol. And we have the last one, the Phantom Forces Absol. Did they send me the wrong one? So there are 2 of these. There's one that's from a deck, and there's one that's from the set. And this looks like it's from the set, not from the deck. Maybe I'm going insane. Maybe I'm wrong. I need to look into it more. I'll let you guys know above. Is this from the deck or from the set, or if I'm thinking of the complete wrong card? But I have like an obsession with these like Team Galactic, well, Team Plasma crap. I freaking love these cards. They have the blue border, they have the shield down here. The Pokemon usually has this like weird blue outline, and it's usually almost always like a 3D artwork. Like it belonged to like, you know, older Pokemon games almost. Like, I absolutely love, I say absolutely again, these like Phantom Forces cards. Then, I also picked up something that when I bought it, the photo taken of it was terrible. So I barely even knew what it was, but it wasn't that expensive. I had never heard of it before. And we have the Absol Advanced card. It's not the easiest to see because it is transparent. You can see my hand through it, you can see the Absol through it. It's a bit easier to see in person, like how transparent it is. You can kind of make it out there a little bit. Like, it blurs things, but it is completely transparent. And it is just a, whatever they're called, where it changes depending on what angle you're viewing it at. So we have like a full-on face of Absol, and then just him standing there. And of course, it's the exact same thing on the back, because if you're doing it transparent, you don't really have much of a choice. But yeah, number 89, Pokemon Advanced. So I'm guessing this is actually super old. Yeah, 2004. This is an old boy. But I really wanted it because I didn't know what it was. That's the whole reason I wanted to buy it. It actually did come from Troll and Toad. I think I did end up looking up on eBay later, and it is like a thing, like you can find other people selling it. I think it was more than what I ended up paying on eBay. But that is just awesome. I kind of want to get into collecting these things. Also, in case you're wondering, it is a fair amount smaller than these regular Pokemon cards. It's not supposed to be, you know, a trading card, so it isn't quite the same size. It's a good amount smaller. Alright, so this is the last thing. Then, after I show you this, I'll put all the sleeves in the binder, well, the cards in the binder, let you see what the finished thing looks like, and then maybe I'll do another pack at the end. But you might be wondering why I have this giant piece of cardboard. Well, apparently that's how they ship their Jumbo cards. So, this is the Mega Absol EX. It is the big boy of that little one we saw a bit ago. And it is in pristine condition. I can't stress, like, if you guys buy singles and stuff like that, which I don't do often at all, how rare it is to find Jumbo cards that are in good condition, because they are so massive and they are so hard to take good care of. But this one is like pristine. It is warped. That is a major issue with these. They get warped really easy, but that's also really easy to flatten those out, because it's not like wrinkled, it's just a little bit of warping. So you can put a book on it and it's good. But look at this amazing Mega Absol EX card. Now, if I remember correctly, I'll put on screen the actual value of this card. I'm pretty sure it's like $7. There's a used card store. Well, a used card store. There's a local card store that I go to that actually had this the other day. We actually went there looking for Absol cards, and the only one they had was one of these. It was like almost like it had been folded in half. All of the edges all the way around were covered in wrinkles. Like down here, like this like foil was like peeling up. And they were still asking $4 for it. when it's a $6 to $7 card in pristine condition. And I was just like, you know, if they were going to ask like $2 or something, I probably would have done it just because, just because it's Absol. But guys, let me stress, I can't stress this enough, do not let your local card stores rip you off. But that doesn't mean don't support small businesses. I mean, I'm all for that. I think these card stores, if they didn't exist, that would be a terrible thing. I love that I have it in my area. But at the same time, don't let them rip you off. Know what something is worth. If you can get it cheaper online, you probably don't need it right now. You can probably do it online. As an example, there's a game store in my area that is amazing. They look at the market value for games, and they always sell their games for at least $1 less or more. It is very, very rare to find a game there that is over market value or even at market value. Like, they are a legitimately good game store. I know not all card stores can do that, but don't rip people off either. But there is our big ol' Mega Absol EX. Alright, the deed is done. We have our amazing binder right here. When we open her up, we got our 4 best cards right here on the front. Then we turn the page over. We got all holos right here, well, technically reverse, but all shiny boys on that page. Go to the next one, we have one more reverse. Then we get down to the non-shiny boys. And we ended out with more non-shiny boys and that amazing Absol card right there. And in the back, we have the Mega Absol EX, which happens to be just the right size that it can fit in this binder and not have any edges sticking out, which is kind of nice. I need to get a sleeve for it. I need to get like a photo sleeve that's the right size so I can keep this in here without it getting beaten up or anything, because I really do like to preserve the Jumbo cards as well. But that is awesome, along with our amazing Absol figure back there. And just to end it off, I have another one of these Vivid Volted packs that I ended up paying $7 for, and hopefully we can get something out of it. Now, I do plan on getting more Absol stuff. There's a coin that I wanted to get, but it wouldn't have been here on time because the only seller that was selling it at the time was in Canada. There's a bunch of plushies and stuff. Of course, there is the like $170 card, which is the most valuable Absol card, and I really want to get it really bad. So I'm probably going to continue to update and buy things for my Absol collection over time. And if I do eventually get enough that I think it merits its own video, then I will likely have an update video come out on the new things added to the Absol collection, and I guess it'll be Absol Video 2. There's a Mighty Anna. That's kind of a nice card. I didn't know he was in here as uncommon. We have Mudbray, Poochyana. We have a good-looking Charmander right there. Works well with the Charmeleon we had at the beginning. You have Chatot, Joltik. We have a reverse Choodle. But on the very end, we have a Shiftry with some scuff marks on him. Come on, Pokemon Company. Just don't make dirt on this boy. I like Shiftry, but not a holo or anything. So no good pulls from the packs, but at least it was, an interesting little video. So if you guys did like it, and if you're interested in an update to add on to this collection with more expensive things and some more off-brand things, like the plush, the coin, some of the more very expensive cards, stuff like that, let me know. So if you liked it, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, I will see all of you next time. Goodbye.